out of the Perth game and the number one thing or number one focus in practice this week ahead of the Kings?
We did spend a little bit of time on our just defending the 3-point line, and upon review, it wasn't probably as bad as we thought. We've made a real focus of our ball pressure this week, and obviously you need it against Sydney, who are very guard dominant and they play with a lot of space on the floor. So just our ball pressure and making sure that we get back to what we know we're good at and what we're good at in pre-season. That's our pick and roll defence, and be a focus this week and be a focus against Sydney.
No McDaniel and Kenyon this year, obviously, and they did a bit of defence last year. Who does that responsibility now sort of primarily fall down to in terms of the key guys guarding the perimeter?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a community effort, the whole group. Drummick's certainly going to play a role in that. He's a very aggressive defender and experienced. But I think over the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll see Junior do it. He's really made some growth at practice. He's athletic and he can actually then give us both sides of the ball. He's starting to advance his offensive game at practice. He knows what his role is. But defensively, he has the ability to close space down, and he's a good athlete. And it's just getting him in that mindset that he probably hasn't had I wouldn't say the trust, but just pushed in that direction. Like, mate, you can be our guy that is our Matt Kenyon. And he's embraced it this week at practice. I know he certainly upset Milt a few times and got into it, and it's been good fun.
Could you see him pushing into the starting five at some stage?
Oh, I'd love to see him push himself into the start five. If he's doing that, that's putting pressure upwards, and that makes us a better basketball team. And Scott has shown in the past, like, he doesn't care who starts, and if you play your role and you can defend the way he wants our team to defend, then we'll be in much better shape. So hopefully Junior does do that, because that's going to put some pressure on others to perform.
You don't often see teams put as many points against us as Perth did last week. Is that just getting that new defensive structure working efficiently? Yeah,
I think it's part of that. The other part is Perth's a high offensive team, so there's going to be more possessions in the game. If they score more, we're going to have the ball more. So it probably doesn't come down to just straight out points. And we don't actually gauge our defence on that. We gauge it on other factors as well. But yeah, can't give Perth 100+ points though. It's got to make it very difficult.
What was the thing that stood out to you from the Kings when you're watching their tape during the week against Illawarra in that opening round game?
Yeah, it's probably seeing them firsthand at the Blitz was probably the thing that last year they played really fast. They did the previous 2 years, and obviously they were champions. But this year I feel like they're even faster. And they're a little bit more athletic. I wouldn't say they're as good a shooting team yet with Hogue out, but they play a very fast brand of basketball, which is quite contrasting to what we play. We've actually played a little bit quicker in the pre-season in the first game than what we did the previous 2 years, and obviously Jordan changes that a little bit. But Sydney, they're fast, and our D-Trans are going to have to be on point, or we're going to find ourselves chasing a really, really big score.
Is it key then to get a good start tomorrow night to, I guess, nullify that loss of Eagles?
Yeah, well, we want to get a good start. We've got a good start in Perth too. So I think it's the consistency of our effort and our performance through the course of the night. We can't have ups and downs against a team like that. They can't have ups and downs against a team like us that are pretty methodical in the way we go about it. So you don't want to get punched in the nose early, and that won't happen in our building.
Your assessment of the new guys after last week, particularly someone like Marcus Lee, who looks to be a real presence underneath the rim. How big an influence is he going to be this year? And what did you make of the new guys set up going into tomorrow night?
I've said to Marcus, you can be one of the best players in the league. And I think he has so much growth, and I think it's going to take time. He's played different roles in his pro career so far than probably what we're asking him to play, where it's a lot more pressure and up the floor, and it's different to see a 6'11" guy defending full court. But he actually is one of the best athletes in the league, and I can see him evolving if he wants to. That's pretty much Marcus Lee's story. If he wants to be one of the best players in the league, he has the capability, and we're going to nurture him that way because we think he's got great growth for us.
What's he need to do to take that next step to grow in particular?
Yeah, I think it's just his ability to believe in himself and just a 40-minute effort. Like, I think it's the story of the Jack Jumpers is grit and grind. It's it's very physically demanding, and he's just got to get used to playing that way. I don't think it's anything major, but just used to playing that style of play, it can wear you down, and then you become comfortable playing while you're fatigued. And once he gets to that space, and he's improving, you can see it during the week at practice. And I know everybody doesn't see that, but as the weeks go on and he keeps backing that up, we'd like to see it come out even more and more in games. As everybody's already made comment that he is a presence, we actually think he's got great growth.
Full clean bill of health apart from with Magna going on tomorrow.
Yeah, clean bill of health. Yeah, no, full list. Excited. First home game at My State Bank Arena. Bloody excited.
Mags, how's he going? Obviously ruled out for a little while ahead, but is he on track to return?
Yeah, he's progressing really well. Like yesterday, he was doing some sprinting up and down the floor on the side, and he started to get into some competitive stuff gradually. Monitored, but I feel good about it. Each day I see him, I feel like he's making good progress. So that makes me excited. I can't wait to see Will Magno back on the floor. He's an integral part of what we've got here, and I think I said this the first interview of the year. I'm interested to see one day that we put him and Marcus Lee out there together, and that'll give us great presence.